Okay guys, this video is going to be about how we used to do our valve jobs. If you notice, these are all stones, and used to use a drill motor, they call it. And you put a pilot in the guide, and it's got a holder that that stone goes onto. And that's how we used to cut valve jobs. That was probably, I mean, we don't use these much anymore except for the touch-up seats. And you can see I had a lot of different stones for different seat angles and different diameter valves and valve seats. But anyhow, and this worked pretty good, but it takes more time and effort, because what we're going to show you here is that with the machine that we currently use, which is a Ccompetition machine, is a more like, I don't know, like a Bridgeport style deal where everything is set. So you have a dial indicator on this thing, which can fine-tune your seat height, and you got stops on it, which makes it easier to get all the seat heights the right height. And so anyhow, what ends up happening whenever you use this machine, and like I said, this is a Ccompetition, very nice machine actually, with these cutters and pilot, as you can see, there's a blade on that thing, and that's what cuts the seat instead of a stone. It leaves a much nicer finish. Well, the stones leave a pretty good finish, but this gives you all three angles at the same time, where with the stones you got to cut each individual angle. So it's time consuming. The other part that's time consuming is we try to get all the valve stem heights as close as possible height-wise. And what I mean by that is all these are the same height this way, okay? And what that does is basically blueprinting ahead to make sure that whenever you set your valves, every one of them are exactly the same. All your push rods are the same length, all your valve lashes are exactly the same, and which makes the engine run better. So we do that now with the this machine, which makes it much quicker and easier than what it used to be. And when done properly, a lot of guys, what they do is they go in here and they cut the seats out too deep whenever they're cutting them with this machine, and it leaves a step in there. I've trained my guys to not do that. I don't like seeing a step in there. I want this thing to have a nice transition into the chamber and not sink the valve into the chamber. We want the valve to be proud or sticking out of the off the valve seat just a little bit into the chamber. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick this straight edge on there for you and show you that if you look at that, every one of those are exactly the same height. And that's the beauty of this machine. It speeds up that process. We used to do it with stones, but it'd take you almost all day to do a valve job, where now we can do it in a couple of hours. So, you know, this is one of the steps that we do here at DCI Motorsports, and we're always trying to improve our skills and our operations so that we can provide a very high-end product for our customer.